move through the modern world and not, even if you've never watched Star Wars and The Matrix, you have some kind of idea how it works. You know what I mean? These are like essential books that you need to read.
Child, is that ponytail?
What storytelling is supposed to do, right? And of course, people do spectacle and be fun. I find out with the DC movies too. They're just kind of, hey, people are launching and they're flying and there's a bad guy. He looks evil and okay,
watch it just to watch it because it's what you go get.
Yeah, and it's over, but it doesn't stay with you. But that is what storytelling has always been meant to do. Down from the fairy tales, Hansel and Gretel, Little Red Riding Hood. These little morals are trying to get into you a way of the way the world works, right? Stay away from strangers. Don't take things as, you know what I mean? These things keep coming up. These are supposed to be lessons. And if that's not there, if you don't have something you need to say about the world, then you're not saying nothing.
What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie? I mean, the kid in me, I remember the Terminator 2 blew my mind away. Empire Strikes Back blew my mind away. The older me loves me, Godfather 2, or watching 1 and 2 as one whole thing. Recently, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Good movie. You know what I mean? I mean, that's masterful on all the levels. Yeah. Masterful storytelling, talking about family, trauma, history, and then on top of that, it's a kung fu movie.
I talked about that. It's like one of the first movies. It's starring Asian characters, but it's not an Asian film, right? It's like those characters could have been replaced with Black or White or anybody else, and I think that's what made it a really good film. It was about the theme. You understand me? Rather than the people, it's like you see the show The Last Man on Earth. Right? That movie had no context to their race. It was just a good show about, science, right? And just not the alien, and it was great, and it was refreshing to see something that wasn't always planned on this low-level self-awareness of consciousness.
What we have not done. We all grew up.
Every time I want to do something video-wise, you decide to go dead. Every time. And I'm not even on this laptop. If anyone is on Facebook, please come to my live.
I do remember Ghostbusters. One of the Ghostbusters movies came out, and they had the cover of some magazine in 7-Eleven, and it was a fold-out, right? So on the main cover, it was the 3 white characters, and then when you folded it out, guess who was in the fold-out? Yeah, the one black. So they literally folded him up. But that was what it was. So it's just white people making their movies about the character, and at no point did they make it about being white. None of that shit was. It was just the characters existing, and we all had to watch it and put ourselves. We all saw ourselves in Star Wars. Right. We all saw ourselves in Terminator. We saw. You know what I'm saying? We just had that was the choice. You know, white folks are a bit of a blank slate.
I don't even know where to begin with this, but Spirit told me to make a video today. I've been kind of wanting to do this for a while. Like I said in my YouTube videos, I'm new to doing content, so I'm not apologizing for anything, but my lighting may not be what it was and things of that nature, but I'm still in the process of learning. So hi everyone, how y'all doing? Whoever comes on this live. It's so many things that I want to discuss because I made a lot of videos 3 months ago about healing and healing from trauma. Trauma can make you do a lot of things that you may not be able to be held accountable for, or you're unable to be accountable for. As I stated in my last videos, well dang, everything going dead. The phone going dead too. As I stated in my last maybe 2 videos, my daughter Asia and I are making a podcast to talk about all types of family trauma, all type of trauma you may have experienced externally outside of your family. Due to the fact that this world is sick, it's fucked up, and just a lot goes on where you know, things are where they are at now. I'm a strong believer in transitioning spiritual, so it's a transition going on. The old ways are no longer going to exist. It's getting ready to be a birth of a new energy. That's why the world is in chaos right now. I'm just a advocate on helping people get past so much stuff. I'm a believer in talking about it, but in a conducive environment. Let's be clear about that. In a conducive environment. What conducive environments mean, you are in a place where you will not be villainized for speaking whatever truth you need to speak, or, you know, won't feel like you're being victim shamed about talking about anything. That's a part of getting that stuff out. That's actually what happens in therapy. Therapy is a place with no judgment, and where you get to vent, converse with a person, and they can help you cope with whatever you need to cope with. So that's the gist of that. And I've seen a lot in my years of being an advocate. It's just so many things that goes on in this world that can have you feeling weak, not worthy of a lot of things, honestly, unworthiness. You don't know yourself because you're dealing with so much trauma in life. It's just a lot that goes on, especially kids, and then women and children. That's mainly where my heart is with this walk of helping individuals with truth and being an advocate, because it's just a lot of things you deal with, and you don't understand that it's traumatic until you grow up and become an adult. It's so many various things I could speak on personally, and due to the personal things that I've gone through as a child going into an adulthood, I have various things and experience I can talk about. Not just family trauma, it's been external trauma that's not been done by my family. It's just a lot that's going on, unfortunately, and you know, people who deal with trauma handle it in many ways. Some people don't ever get help with their trauma, and they grow into being narcissistic individuals. That's just the gist of something, because they've been dealing with toxic environment so long that it becomes the norm for them. But life is hard, people, and if you don't take the time out to do your shadow work, and then also to work on yourself in the light, you're not gonna ever get rid of those issues. You're gonna walk around with those type of issues forever. So shadow work is important. As we speak for my spiritual people, we in Virgo moon right now. So this is the time to get rid of it's time to get rid of old and come in with the new. That's what this Virgo moon is about. And bringing some new frequency and vibrations. I don't know. It looked like my internet is getting ready to act up, but hopefully it's not. It's still working and fine. But as I stated, you got to do a lot of shadow work, and you might deal with some things you don't want to deal with in life. Situations you may not want to work on inward that needs to be worked on. That kind of work is key and highly, extremely important for you to work on in life, for you to move forward and be successful and just walk in a good frequency and vibration in life. I'm a person that walk in truth. I'm very transparent. The other half of that is I don't care about how people feel about me. I really don't. Don't live my life and dwell in that energy at all. But trying to see, because like I said, I'm new to all of this. That's why, and I'm squinching too because I can't see. But I don't know how long I'm gonna be on here, because my laptop is getting ready to die, and like I said, I'm new to posting videos. But I'm very, very adamant about helping people get over things, and honestly venturing out on new ventures to try to do things to be assistance to those individuals. to help them, get past family trauma issues or any kind of trauma. It's just not family trauma. You come across trauma maybe on a daily basis. It doesn't necessarily have to be family. But I'm definitely wanting to do this more as far as talking to mainly, like I said, women and children that have experienced some form of trauma and they're still dwelling within that space of that energy so they can get over certain things. I did that when I did my vigils with the Save Shelter. I actually was on WSAV back in 2000. I want to say it was 4 or 5, because my twins and my youngest daughter were still toddlers at this time. So I want to say that was when I did that. And then before Miss Branch left, she reached out to me for a couple of more things, and I think I may have been on WTOC around Christmas time of 2022. So, like I said before, and I keep reiterating this, things need to be talked about if it can be in a conducive environment. Some people are maybe able to talk about it and some people are not. That's just the basis of the situation. I don't know what else to say. It's just hard to try to deal with that when you don't even know which direction you should go, because you're coming and going emotionally and mentally all the time when you're dealing with any form of trauma. But it has to be resolved. In order for you to walk in your light of who you are as an individual, it has to be resolved. That's all I got to say for now. As I say, you can circle back to my previous videos. Those are the things that I'm talking about. I'm probably going to upload a video again today on YouTube to my YouTube page. But yeah, definitely anyone who needs help dealing with so many things that we come across in life, because life's not perfect, but it's all about how you deal with things, how you come out of that situation, because I've dealt with a lot in life too. Like, it's been a bunch of situations where I didn't think I would be able to get up off my knees from, but damn it, I did it. And damn, really unscathed from a lot of shit. But it's just, you gotta keep going. You gotta keep being positive, no matter what the people say, or people or individuals say. You gotta keep going, man. You just got to keep going. You got to keep your head up. And when you're a young child, you may not have the coping mechanisms to deal with a lot of stuff. But when you come into your adulthood and you want to live right and do right, and you kind of understand what occurred and you process it. Because the biggest thing about recovery after you realize what the situation is to move forward. That's the huge thing. Move forward. There's no need to stay stuck in that place. There's no need to keep dwelling on it. Move forward and create an area in life or a place in life where you are at peace with yourself and everything going on around you, because it's just a lot. You don't need to hold on to anything. Say what you got to say and be done with that. Me and my daughter, like I said, her name is Lady A. We started a page back in, I think it was June of this year, around the summertime, because some things were going amongst my children and their other side of the family. So we were going to actually do a whole podcast, but she doesn't stay here, so we're not near each other where we can have access to each other all the time. So we definitely going to do that. We're going to pick back up on it. She has a whole YouTube page with her husband. Like, they have a Mrs. and Mrs. something. I can't remember the YouTube page name. Mrs. and Mrs. Steven, that's what I think it's called on Instagram. I'm not on Instagram a whole lot, so I don't know what that could possibly be. But we've been wanting to do this because my children and myself have dealt with a number of things in life, and we feel like once we open up about our situations, it'll help someone else be vocal about their issues and situations. I just don't know. I'm sorry, I'm looking outside my window. But yeah, let me put this laptop on this charger right quick.
damn, that's how you do it. Like, if you go build, you know, everybody want to take credit for building the pyramids. But to be honest, the people who built it, they painted themselves on the wall. Right? So imagine.
So hopefully this works. I don't get off. But Asia not able to get online with me. She got some things she's taking care of tonight, but we definitely going to get on live since I know how to get on live now, because that was the joke, that I didn't know how to go live on YouTube or Facebook, so that's why I make videos, because I didn't know how to go live until now. I didn't move forward in life and try to build a new prosperity for themselves. I don't know. I'm looking back out my window again. Yeah. I'm gonna put out a disclaimer. I'm not a therapist, but like I said, I've dealt with various things to where I feel I'm equipped to talk about a lot of issues and trauma, unfortunately. But like I said, if you